Okay. Forgot to check one sound thing. That's on audio input. Alright, should be crisp microphone. Looks like I need to turn down my gain. Let me do that real quick. I sounded pretty terrible. Okay, so that should be a little bit less gain. Hopefully I am not going to peak the mic. I heard that last time, and that always sounds terrible. Let me say I'm streaming places. Building Linworks PC Dolphin 2021 tonight. What is my Twitch? I don't remember. My channel. Okay, good. I'm muted on my own stream. Excellent. Okay, see if I've improved at all with remembering where I can and cannot advertise a stream. I don't know if I'm allowed to advertise in Lin, and it's mostly Korean anyways, so. I'm actually not even sure where I can advertise anymore. I'm never sure. I never remember or learn. Self-promotion. It looks like I could spam you. SourSP, Future, Bezo. I don't know. I was given a streamer role for whatever reason, Makibo. Am I really a streamer though? I don't really stream. Hey, Fatality, thank you for the follow. How's it going? Going to get ready in a few minutes here. Just need to... I never remember where to advertise streams. Creative Keys, they have anything? I forget. No? Okay. Peak, no. Desk keys? I don't think they do. Let's see. Noxuary, no. Mac 11, I don't remember. Keep Life. I can always advertise self-promote Keep Life. It's always a good time. Keyboard Treehouse. Sure. GW. Create, I don't think has one. CCM Studios has one. I don't know how much spamming these things actually help. I'm not even sure where people look for streams. I just assume it's not wherever I'm posting. Because I don't even know how you get discovered on Twitch. I guess you build up a following in other social media, come to Twitch, and then maybe people will show up. I don't really know. Just a hobby. I don't think Swag has anything. Owl Labs, do you have promo? Yeah, they have self-promo. Okay. And Gion. Gion has self-promo still. Excellent. Excellent. Where am I going next? Uche Studio. Do not. Apex has Flex, that's about it. Portal. Or Parallel. Portal's the keyboard. And finally, Z Reviews. I always promote myself in Z Reviews. Just because. I just got a ping for something. What did I get pinged for? I got level 4 on a server. Cool. Obviously, I'm not really active in that server. Thanks for telling me, though. Alright. Let's get started in a few seconds here. First thing, I guess I'll show some stuff off. Recently, I was fast enough to get a break-in machine. A little 3x3, I guess this is the Grape Edition break-in machine. It's just 3D printed. Actually kind of slick how they're 3D printing stuff and making money off of it. I guess if you have a 3D printer and some talent and don't mind sourcing parts and stuff like that, you too could just make something cool like this. I have yet to use it, but I'm sure it works. Have these little keycap things for off center. I'll have to try it sometime. I don't know what I'm going to break in. And then what else did I get over this week? I don't think I showed this off on stream. I guess I'll open it up now. But Monokei Series 1 white on black. This box just looks so neat. Immediately I got it, I had to like position it and just take a quick cell phone shot of it. Just because it looks, it's very aesthetic. I like how it looks. Let me open it up though, because I actually haven't opened it up. I do want to take a look at the keycaps and take them, feel them out a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to put this on. If I like it, this might actually go on like a Sandglass Ergo or something like that, whenever that ships. Apparently that's close to shipping. Everyone in the Discord starting to get impatient, but you know, whenever things show up, they'll show up. But yeah, packaging's pretty. Slide it out. Ooh. Okay. So I can already tell you this is better than Milky Way. I guess I'll pull those out if we're doing a little bit of show and tell before I start my build. These have a feel that's rougher than GMK, but the like micrograin on the top of the keycaps is smoother than like an ePVT PBT plastic. But these look nice. I don't see any marks on them. The legending in the alphas looks fairly consistent. There's some weird choices with some of the symbols, I think, but that's just stylized for who designed it, which is fine. These trays, much improved over GMK. They have the little like MX stem things here to clip into, so they're not going everywhere, which is nice. The arrow keys I think are probably the most controversial look. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not in love with the way the arrows look, but that's fine. I like barely ever use my arrow keys. So yeah, this is definitely a set that if I like the quality of this PBT and use it, I might look at see whatever else Monokei for their keycaps is building and designing, and just buy more of it. Because honestly, for a while, the longest time I've been buying a crap ton of 21 KB, just because I guess I like beige. Oh yeah, I definitely buy hander beige. That's a thing now. Hander beige looks interesting. Am I using the Monokei keycaps today? Probably not. I have a particular set I want to use for my Dolphin. But I did want to show on stream the scuffedness that is Milky Way Demon Girl. Not to dogpile on these, but yeah, this is... Okay, so the packaging looks fine. It has this nice layer of foam on it. But open it up, and I'll bring this up to the camera. This is pretty harsh lighting, but you can still see like weird streaking and stuff on the keycap. Like, I don't even know how this passes QC. Like this control here, I just shine. You can see like weird stuff. Yours didn't even have foam. Rip. I don't think the foam did anything though. I don't think the foam has protected anything. Just seems uniformly pretty bad. And these are A stock. If these were B stock, I'd be a little bit more forgiving. But the fact that they come like this A stock is worse than minor warp and GMK spacebars, if that makes any sense, in my opinion. But like, look at this enter. Like, has weird stuff going on in this corner here. I don't know. This. Able to send links in chat. Album scuffs on mine. I don't even know how I have this set up. Yeah, but look, it's like, you can see like here, there's literally a marker or scratch on the surface finish. And someone had commented that, you know, maybe if you use it enough, it'll go away. But this is deep enough that it's like through the actual surface finish beading, so I don't have high hopes. I was hoping Milky Way would be one of those brands you'd be like, yeah, pick them up, they're just as good as GMK or whatever. No. Sorry. Until they improve, I think I'm done with Milky Way for a bit. I don't know. How do I even allow links in chat? If I knew. If I were a better streamer. High key regret buying yours? Feels bad. But if you didn't buy it, you wouldn't really know. Oh, it worked just fine? Cool. I guess we could use... You can see most of it. Yeah, like, just look at the Alt key and then part of the spacebar here. What is that? Oh my. The super, the FN, and these little things, like, some of the stuff might buff out, but the fact that they're shipping keycap sets like this is... It's not appealing. Like... Yeah. And scratches like this that you can see, even at an angle, like, you're gonna have to wear through a decent amount of the surface finish, the beading on top, to really get rid of the markings. Like, eventually, but by that time, your keycap will be sticky and smooth. So, definitely not a feature. Nice little swirly mark. And yeah, the lighting is harsh, but, like, I think it's fair. This is a fair look at something saying that objectively this probably should have not shipped in the quality that it's in. This is too painful. I'm gonna stop here. Okay. Alright, enough about that. have some tea. Let me pack up this keyboard. Oh yeah, by the way, for the keyboard, I did get some foam for it. I doubt it. I don't think they have enough sets to do anything about it. They might be able to give you like some money back, maybe, but that would probably sink them if everyone did that. I did get some foam for this keyboard, my Simo TKL. Reading more on the Discord for it, it really seems like I should have built this aluminum plate since I am a little bit sensitive to the pinging noises with plate foam. So I got 2 pieces of plate foam from Swag Keys. I'll use one of them. Then I guess I'll just have an extra F12 TKL spare foam. I'm actually excited to rebuild it. I think this board could actually hold a lot of promise. Yeah, that's some percent of copium. What switches? MX Blacks, and you see the black cherry pie in there too. These are the MX Blacks I got from the massive switches I bought for Mr. Gion. I mean, I bought the MX Blacks. I have like a whole drawer bin full of switches, but I keep going back to MX Blacks saying, yeah, I like how these sound. And after you spring swap them, I like how they feel. Oh, this board is so heavy. It's so heavy. Ugh. Alright. Why'd I put you in backwards? My brain today. Okay. Safe and sound. The board has me making old man noises. Alright, so what do I have with this? PCB. We got the Fave 87 V2 PCB. I have, looks like the triangular feet. And that's it in that. And then we have, rather glorious looking. That guy in questions day was making a ton of old man noises. Wouldn't doubt it. Today I'm going to be building my 2021 Linworks polycarbonate Dolphin. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is put the feet on. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that he's sort of was trolling to poke fun at people, but I think he actually wanted answers, and I think he's actually probably just a lonely individual that's harmless, but whatever. Yeah, keyboard with hips you can grab, and the RGB for the side view, like, I'm not sure if you ever saw Lightning's build for it, looks really good. Anyways, I'll bring this into work tomorrow and people will be like, the fuck's that? Half of the people at work from here are just like, is that another one? Yes, that's another one. There'll always be another one because I'm not at endgame yet. Endgame to me just means I'm done with the hobby. Alright. So this board's interesting because if you look at it and you can see the... Oh, let's see if it focuses. Yeah, you can see like the plate right here. It's a sandwich mount, which is different than a lot of the styles we get nowadays being gasket, gummy O-ring, or top mount. So this has a particular feel and style to it. I am looking forward to it. you should bring in a split board or an Alice. I brought an Alice before and people were just like, their minds were blown. But when they see like RGB and stuff, they're just like, oh, that's really cool. So, you know. Stack that up high. Hopefully that doesn't fall down and go boom. Yeah, Dolphin, a rare sandwich mount board. That's partially why it has that very distinctive sound signature to it. Brand new PCB. I haven't tested this yet, so let's test this. If this doesn't work, I'll probably cry a little bit and then find another PCB in my basement somewhere. Put that down there for later. Put it on here. Let me slap it in. Made a beep and a boop noise. Look at VIA. So we have an H80 or H08. Does that mean I need to flash this? Man, I should pay attention to Discords and like actually do stuff. Huh? Right side connector? It's TKL. Do I need to flash this? I forget if they had this on their Discord. Let me check real quick. Minor delay because I'm dumb. EM8 Dallas Mont Blanc rules, product reviews, test stage channel. No, they don't have it there. I don't know enough Korean to go on the Lin and ask for help. Dolphin, let's look at pin message. No pin messages for Dolphin. Uh-oh. Well, what is this? MP4 sound test. Okay. No, looks like I have to find this. Where's my convenient keyboard here? Which board is this? I think this is... Aha. I'll type on my portal to find it. Before I stack up too many things. Excuse me just a second while I figure out where to find this. Fave 87V2. Do they have the mapping on their website? Mapping QMK VIA compatible. Do you have downloads? This has Fave 87H on VIA, so does that mean I need to figure out where the firmware is to flash it? Probably gonna need to flash it. Fave Fave87v2 PCB flash. Hold on, Lightning has a tutorial. If I play his content, I'm not gonna get like claimed, am I?
Hello everyone. This is programmed by PCB. You will require first of all favetool, the zip file that is in this downloads channel. You should first download it to your computer. This is Windows compatible only. So
oh, I need downloads. So wait, in Lin server, do they have a download? I'm gonna have to click random things. Favetool v3.1. Aha, he does have it here. RGB series. I'm gonna need to use Google Translate for this. This is a thing, man. Google Translate Korean to English. Korean. Why is it translating Korean to Korean? Please don't. English. Series bug related firmware. Please use this update. Fave H series. What series is this? Is this H? I don't know if this is H. This has the micro LEDs on the back. That's all I know. I will try this. Save as? Or is it already there? Document text and download. Okay, fine. No, already is this as a hex file. That's good. Alright, let me go back to VIA settings. Or no. Low definition. Wait, what file format is this looking for? Download. Check the properties for the file. It's a hex file. Alright. Is it in there? I'm getting the feeling I need to watch Lightning's. Oh, it's looking for JSON definition. A7H RGB JSON. Okay. Refresh. Copy. Okay, so if I configure unplug then replug. Okay, it loaded the definition. I guess I need to completely watch Mr. Lightning's video. Let's do that.
So you cannot do this on a Mac or on a Linux machine, so you will need a Windows machine. Second of all, you should extract the downloaded folder, and inside of the zip file or the extracted folder from the zip file rather, you will find two or three folders inside. Among these, the most important two folders will be the client folder and the firmware folder. So the client is going to be the software which has a user interface with which you will program your PCB, and the firmware folder will have one file called the bin file, which will be copied over to your PCB each time you want to flash your keyboard. And so in order to flash your keyboard, when you have your Fave PCB, so in this case we have a Geonworks F18X here. The Geonworks F18X shipped with a Fave 87 TKL PCB. The Fave 87 series of PCBs actually come in a variety of colors. These are TKL compatible PCBs, and the 87 only, so Fave 87 comes in white, and there's the Fave 87B PCB, which is for PCBs that come in different colors, such as black, purple, yellow, among others. And so the Fave TKL PCBs come in these two different versions. You should always select the correct version when you're using the tool PCBs. And the 87 only, so Fave 87 comes in white, and there's the Fave 87B PCB, which is for PCBs that come in different colors, such as black, purple, yellow,
87B.
And so the Fave TKL PCBs come in these two different versions. You should always select the correct version when you're using the tool. So let me show you first of all how you should flash your keyboard PCB with the correct file, and then proceed to open it up on Fave Tool. So every time you have a Fave PCB and you have any issues, you can always reflash to the newest version available on the Linworks Discord server, as I indicated earlier. So first, in order to flash your PCB,
I'm being educated by
PCBs,
Mr. Lightning.
You can use tweezers, but in this case it's an already built keyboard here. What you're first going to do, sometimes when you first plug in your cable to your keyboard, you might see that there is this special drive called CRP disabled, and it's a flash drive that pops up from the PCB. But this is basically whenever the PCB is not detected by the computer, or it automatically boots into this bootloader mode or into this flash storage mode. In the case of already like pre-used PCBs, this might not be the case. So sometimes you might actually just want to flash or update your firmware, for example, and this is what you will be doing. You first hold escape. You might be using tweezers if you're using a bare PCB, and then you just plug in
tweezer escape.
cable. So in my case, I plugged it in, and a new window showing this has popped up, and I will show this in just a minute. So here is my Windows Explorer, showing in this case nothing right now, but as you can see here, I have the CRP disabled drive, the G drive here in my case, and here we have the firmware.bin file. Well, first of all, what you want to do is you want to delete the firmware.bin file inside of the PCB. So I will go ahead and delete it, confirm the deletion of it, and then next what you want to do is go to your Fave tool folder that you just extracted from that zip file that you just downloaded for flashing. So in my case, I have it. I'm currently doing that on a separate Explorer window, and you go to the firmware folder.
All right, so the firmware folder,
and then you're just going to copy over, and then paste the bin file. So here I have the Fave final 3.3.bin file in this case.
Okay.
And that's done. Okay. Now, next step is you're just going to unplug your PCB. So now that window is going to disappear. And next, you just plug in your PCB once again. And this time, your PCB has been detected by the machine, and the next step for you to do is to open up Fave Tool. So to open up Fave Tool, you just go again.
All right, let me do that instruction. So I am jumping escape right now to put it in the bootloader mode, plugging it in, looking to see if it has the container folder for that. I don't see that. Oh wait, was it hitting an extra key? Alright, let's try that one more time. This time without triggering other buttons. Not seeing it on this one. Let me try looking at Device Manager real quick. In sub USB properties. I believe this would be it. Let me try unplugging it, see if it goes away. It does go away, so this is probably that WinSub USB device. Wonder if I can trick it to updating the firmware in here. If I do update driver, browse my computer, and then look for it. Where did I put this? Put it in this folder, here, under Dolphin. Firmware file, okay. Next. The best driver is already installed. I don't know if that's what it should be doing. Detail. Okay, so it can't, Windows doesn't natively install that from a bin file. Alright, moving on.
And to your Fave tool folder once again. Go to the client folder inside there and open up the client.
Alright, let me try opening up the client.
Something like this should show up. So the first step to programming your PC, to configuring your PCB, is going to be as follows. Once this Fave tool is open, go on to the drop down menu here where it says Fave Full in my case. In this case, you need to just select the correct PCB. In my case, it's the Fave 87, not the Fave 87B, but just the regular 87. Click on that.
Lightning had mentioned this is a black PCB, so it should be an 87B.
And then it should automatically configure the window display to the correct size. And you'll see down here below that it says connected Fave keyboard 87 in my case. I want to first make sure that I can configure the default layout onto the PCB. So if you click on transfer here, it will send the data, this data, to the keyboard. So now it has officially sent the first key map onto the keyboard. So if you open up, let's say, some testing software, you actually see that. You can actually see here on Fave Tool that when I press the keys, you can actually see that it displays the keys that are being pressed.
Alright, so let me go back to here. So bootloader should be working. He has a CRP disabled prompt that came up as a device when this was plugged in bootloader mode. I did not get that. But I also hear connecting to my computer. I was able to see that. I'm kind of wondering if I could break open the bin file, if that has something I can manually throw in. It's a bin file. I don't think I can probably break this down anymore, can I? No. That's an impasse. I guess I'm a little curious. If I open GMK Toolbox, it reads as a device ready to go. Wonder if I could just load it from this hex file. Alright, this... Oh. Why'd I close Device Manager? Why? Let me make sure I'm doing the right one real quick. So Device Manager, you're saying this was Atmega 32U4 DFU. Okay. So I wonder if I can flash this. It claims success. Let's see. Windows does not recognize this device. Interesting. What happens if I go into the client now? Will the client recognize the device? 87B connects. No. ZA Diag, will you save me? I have to download a new version of you? Fine. Close, close. Download. Refresh, download. Unpin, repin, move. Okay. Might be a short stream if I can't get the PCB flashed. Nope. So wait, is this still recognizing a flash prompt?
Showing in this case nothing right now, but as you can see here, I have a CRP disabled drive, the G drive here in my case, And here we have the firmware.bin file.
So it's not mapping another drive. I don't know what to make of that. Broken? I don't know. I could have broken it. It could have been broken.
Well, first of all, what you want to do is you want to delete the firmware.bin file inside of the PCB. So I will go ahead and delete it. Confirm the deletion of it. And then next, what you want to do is go to your fave tool folder that you just extracted from that zip file that you just downloaded for flashing. So in my case, I have it.
Let me take a quick look. Let's see. So the VIA hex there, 3.1. This was made in 2021, so this probably should be the right instructions. Why can't I not copy paste you messages? Alright, copy. Korean to English again after pressing escape. Ring cable indicated connect to QMK toolbox. Open. Download flash based on the file, then import keymap JSON. Well, so when was this released? 4/16/2022. Let me try downloading this one. That's the same one I have downloaded. Fave 87H. Alright. Let me open up QMK Toolbox and try this again. Okay, so it connected when I hit reset. If I open Fave 87 RGBH, so this is that's a JSON file. '84 QMK driver install.exe. What's this file extension? So that is a JSON file. Keymat, hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome to me struggle trying to figure out how to recreate instructions. I'm apparently terrible at this. So the hex file is here. So an HVIA. So did the V2 not load properly? So flash when ready, if I hit reset. Okay, so that appears to come up with an error. So let's try the 87 via. Reset. Flash, force erase. Same error with that. Hmm. '87 via RGB 3.1 tool. I'm determined to figure this out. I know this is not good content, but I kind of want to. So firmware has a bin file. So if I navigate to that, can I load a bin file from this? I don't remember if this has the capability. Firmware bin. Flash. There are no devices available. Reset. Now there should be a device available. Let's try flashing. Error reading line 1. Okay, so I cannot flash that. Alright, but if I try, now that this in theory has nothing on it, well, it's showing up now consistently as a connected device for that Mega 32U4, which means I should be able to just flash to it if I had the right file to flash to it. But my understanding of Korean is Google Translate level at this point. Let's see if is there any troubleshooting steps that he has.
Open up any save. They will be put on Wii, and
let's look at comments. 87 either sold by eBlaster on that one's QMK compatible. So this should be the newer one. Alright, escape, hold, CRP disable, open up and drive. I don't see that. So I'm guessing that this is the newer PCB that should have just worked. I have the JSON files here. If I open this one and load this definition and configure, then plug it back in. Nope, it's still searching for devices, so it doesn't see this device, which means I do need to flash firmware to it. If that device doesn't open And that's a JSON file. What's this above it? Copy. Google Translate, please save me. Paste. English. Firmware and Keymap. But that's just a JSON. Where's the hex? Okay, the hex is up here. So now I have that file too. Alright, when I look back to QMK Toolbox, go back to downloads. I have two VIA files and 87v2. All right, so 87v2, no devices available. Hit the reset. No, need to plug it in using a jump. Or is it just not writing? Okay, connected flash. There are no devices. Wait, what? Alright, let me reopen. Alright, then it gives me the Windows Explorer devices malfunction, not working properly. What prompt? What is this over here? Copy Google Translate. What does this mean? Bug release firmware. RGB v3. Is this what I need? That's Fave84. Fave87. That looks like the first file, but just in case. Flash. Nope, that still is not reading properly. Interesting. So it didn't show up in VIA to begin with. I can load and unload stuff to it. I don't know what's broken. This is interesting. So it's somewhere else in this Discord then? Fave H series? Not just showing it. I don't think the bin file loaded, correct? If I... How does he get the window then to come up for that? Let's try the first version that I can find. Let's see if anything works. If I'm throwing spaghetti at a wall, let's at least see. Yeah, sure, you're not recognized, I got it. Let's try this. Now I have RGB on the back. Wait, what? Is this working now? I am very confused, but let's just go with it. We'll just pretend like everything's fine and that it's working. That if I unplug it and replug it, magically it should work. Okay, don't question it. Just let it happen. It's fine. Everything is fine. Layouts. Regular, Sengen. This one was Winkila, so definitely Sengen. Let me set this up real quick. Layers. Mode 1. Left alt. Basic. Let's make this left windows. Control. Let's make that a menu. Second level. So we have RGB toggle, bright plus minus U, different stuff here. Cool. Let me move reset somewhere else. What's that under special, I think, or something? Reset. Basic, we need arrows, because this is where I like to put my arrows. Left, down, right. Cool. And lighting, effect, brightness, effects on, off, solid color, breathing, 1, 2, 3, rainbow, swirl, snake, night, gradient, rainbow mood 1. So that's everything all at once. Rainbow mode 2. This is pretty bright. That's fine. What's snake do? Okay, that's sort of slow swirling around. What's snake for? Is this just slightly faster? Is this just speed? Christmas. What does this do? Appears to do the same thing. I'm being mesmerized by this. What's night? I don't even know. RGB test. Just RGB everywhere, alternating. Guess that's everything alternating all at once. Cool. Let's do snake 1. Alright. Key tester. Probably going to do step caps. Ugh. Okay. This works. Excellent. Whew. Okay, that just took far too long. Let's put this extra keyboard away. Let's actually get moving on this. That one was a struggle, but that's okay. Hopefully this will be all worth it when it's said and done. So stabs. I prepared some TX. Alright, TX stabs, here we go. Let me put them here so I don't mess up my desk mat. Unplug this, and I need to snap the sprue off. FR4 garbage go in garbage can. Nice. All right, so just gonna clip these in. Oh, no, got some on there, sad. Guess I'll just clip all these in real quick, and then I'll do the little wedges. Clipping these in, not my most favorite thing in the world to do. Okay. Come on. Get in there. Okay. This is usually why I tend to do this stuff off stream. I know I should have been not lazy last night and just tested everything. Well, live and learn. All right. Wedges. Just gonna use a little prying action. Put it straight in, push it in. All right, one down. Okay. So lesson learned for me, too dumb to do flashing on stream anymore. Do it before the stream, in your spare time, because you'll take forever figuring it out. Or in my case, I probably would have started from the beginning and Google translated more stuff. Okay. Last one. All right, stabs are on. They'll get tested sometime later. I did balance them. I did lube them. I did not test them. So shame on me for that. But I don't really like testing clip-ins anyway, so guess I'll plug this back in since it's on my desk anyways. And then I'm going to need a plate. So what is this, a big hex? too big. Project Pity. Hey, thanks for the follow. How's it going? Alright. Let's get the plate out. So Project PTTV. Probably Project PTTV. That makes more sense. Why is this so hard to get out? I don't understand why that's so hard to get out. Project PTTV. PPTV. Thank you for the raid. 22 viewers. Hi, welcome. Hello, everybody. I'm Jverb, just an average keyboard dad. Today I'm building a Lin Dolphin PC 2021, and I just spent a long time struggling with this Fave 87 PCB. How many kids do I have? I have 2. If I had more than that, I think I would just not have hair anymore. So hopefully you had a good stream. Thank you again for stopping by. You have 5? What? Wow. Keep dads unite. Literally, Kerbal, literally. Doesn't hold back. Can't pull out of the driveway. Exactly. Hey. All good, man. So, did you build something tonight? How was your evening? How was your stream? Build for your buddy a Blade 65. Nice. How did it end up? Pretty good? Hopefully it ended up pretty well. Pretty cool mounts, just like my KBD Fan 67 Lite, which is a nice mounting system. Cool. Why are you not coming out on this side screws? This is loose with the socks. So it's really just this one quarter holding it in. This almost feels like it's cross-threaded in here. PC Dolphins are so cool looking. Yeah, it sort of caught my eye when the sale came up for extras. I was just like, yeah, why not? Let's get a PC Dolphin. Not everyone has a sandwich mount keyboard anymore, so why not? Almost bought a Bauer on extras. Yeah, I saw that came up today. Ew. and was almost a little bit mangled in there. Cobalt Series stainless steel one. Ooh. My foot have killed me. Alright, here's the plate sandwich mount, which is interesting. You don't really see sandwich mounts nowadays. Thok Thumbs, thank you for the follow. Where am I going to put this? I'm going to put it there and forget about it. Jazz music, nice vibe. Yeah, just some easygoing music. Alright, let me get the soldering mat out. Alright. So it took me a while to get the Fave 87 PCB functional and recognized and flash with the correct firmware, mostly because I don't read Korean. So user error, my fault. But now we're moving right along. Do I have a lot of PC boards? No, I don't have a lot of PC boards, but it is what it is. I think the next one I'm looking for a PC board is going to be a 60%, and it's what, the January board by Artemis Studios. Looks pretty interesting to me. But yeah, so these are Cherry MX Blacks Hyperglides. I got these actually from Gion, which was always a fun time. And these are lightly lubed with Tribosis 3203. Just to be a little bit different. First TKL1, nice. I didn't get one of those, unfortunately. So many nice boards. Black cherry pie for a space bar because I tend to always do that. Make sure everything's sitting in. Alright. And then start clipping everything else in. Do I have a Zeal opener? Yes. Zeal PC opener. I like it quite a bit. Originally I thought it just as a cool desk gadget and novelty, but I actually end up using it more often than not. Hyperglides for the first time today. How'd you like them? Honestly, I do think Hyperglides are some of my favorite switches, personally. Especially this recent retooling of Hyperglides. I think it's pretty good. Nice, reminded me of Milky Yellow though, especially after spring swapping them. Yeah, so these are actually spring swapped. I actually got TX extra long springs just because I saw that extra long springs, which is interesting, I guess. And these are 55 gram weight springs. So usually I like lighter springs personally. Bought some more from Gion. Nice. Yeah, I bought like a whole... I'd have to like get up and get it, but I got a factory tray's worth and then 2 extra containers for like just 1,000 switches. Got TX long 65 grams. Nice. 65 grams used to be my thing, and then I started going lighter. My fingers got weak after a day. Alright, ordering them, they were super cheap. Yeah, so like most places, I think, Plank was selling some on his site for pretty cheap. But if you look at Geon's for like 30 cents per switch, I mean, I'm just going to buy Geon in bulk and save. A little bit more for shipping, but, you know, it's all good. Save where you can, I guess. Yeah, Planks are like 40, and after shipping with Geon, it was like 35 or 36 cents per switch, I want to say, something like that. It was reasonable, which is why I just decided to buy like 1,000. $8 for 18. You'll do better next time. You'll get them next time. Poverty keys, yeah. Plank site. Plank's a bro. Always has decent products and prices for what he's trying to do. Although, in one Discord recently, he's been talking about his fishing rods and tackle and supplies that he wants to buy instead of getting a certain keyboard because he just wants out of a certain group buy. It's kind of funny, but you know, I gotta inject some humor into sad times. This is Win keyless, so I'll remember not to throw a switch into there, hopefully. And then keep going. Yeah, I was saying my next polycarbonate keyboard that I'm looking at, probably going to be a 60% from, I think it's Artemis Studios. Looking forward to the January in frosted polycarbonate. I think that's going to be pretty good. 60% Gomi O-ring mount. I am interested in that. Winning a moon tower. Yeah, I gave up on that because I'm just going to assume that I'm never lucky, so I'll never win it. So I'm looking at a board that I could actually just buy and own without paying stupid aftermarket for. So that's my goal. Try not to pay aftermarket for almost anything if I can help it. Me neither. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, I don't know. If I was offered a spot to buy the board, I probably would. Then I'd be good for a 60%, you know, polycarbonate cool board. Yeah, I'm not even sure what other PC boards I'd even really want. I think if maybe, looking back at it, maybe Kage would have been a cool board to get as a PC. TKL, the Monokei and Friends collaboration board with hand engineering. That might have been a cool board to get with a PC and like the tricked out weight. I don't know. No point regretting it. Need to be in the moment and build a Dolphin. Then take it to work and have people stare at it and think, what is this? Gamer mem with RGB spilling across my desk at work. I doubt anyone will even come to my office, but if they did, they'd be greeted by a wave of RGB. It would be a good time. Alright, this plate is nice and easy. Kajita, thank you for the follow. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Jason 7 of 9, greetings. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I sometimes pretend I'm a streamer and stream. Usually not, because usually I don't have time with kids. Even though I only have 2 rather than 5. Yeah. But if I can, I usually try to stream the build possibly every week if I'm prepared and have time to prepare for it. But sometimes life gets in the way. Have a little bit of a backlog now, but I'm fine with having a backlog. Project's just on another level. Yeah. I don't know, because I guess boards that I will bump for my current backlog. You should see him dance. Yeah. I don't know, I'll have to tune into a stream sometime. I don't really watch streams that often anymore. Usually I like try to catch lightning and Teehee types, but maybe some Alex Otis every now and then, but I should probably mix in some other creators. See what other people are doing. Seems like everyone's having a lot of fun in the community. Spent all last year buying up all the group buy boards. Now no one wants to really buy group buy boards, so it's gonna slow down. How's the build going? It's going better. I'm not sure if you saw Blue, but I've successfully found the right thing to download and then install. So I have a working PCB now. I blame me not really understanding Korean. It's user error, it's my fault. I'm okay admitting that. Yeah, I was struggling on the Lin Discord, looking at all the various Korean options in there. I'm like, let's try this one, let's try this one. Let's see the video Lightning put out on how to flash this thing. And like 20 minutes later, I'm like, let's try this very first file. Magic happens, it works. I don't know. I should be able to have like a cause and effect loop in my head, something to go from point A to point B, but no, I just didn't. I was failing. Alright. Let me check, make sure everything's actually in. Yep, it looks like I didn't bend anything to hell. I'm sure I'll find some switch that I bent in soldering, but nothing's jumping out at me. How flat is this laying? It actually appears to be pretty flat, because before it was a little concave, but with switches in it, everything has clipped in nicely. See the little black marks on the top and bottom are clipped into the plate. Visually you can see that, so everything's sitting well. So this should be a pretty quick soldering job. I've been racking my brain if I should bother turning noise suppression on for this, but whenever I watch my own VODs and hear fan noise, I have to do it, because I just don't like hearing fans. So I'm going to turn crisp on. It's going to sound like I'm underwater. Apologies if the quality goes to hell, but once we're done, it'll be good. You just won't be able to hear the fan, and it'll sound like I'm underwater. So sounds like I'm underwater, probably. Let's turn the fan on. So my fan is on, but hopefully you don't hear it. It just sounds like I'm a little bit garbled. Right. Upgrade your GPU and NVIDIA broadcast. I probably should, but I don't know. That means I have to like, I guess they're easier to get now. I don't know. I'm just lazy, I guess. Where'd I put my solder? Here's my solder. All right. FX951. I like the soldering iron. Let's tin the tip first. It's actually really cheap right now too. Gen right around the corner, might as well wait. I don't know. I think if NVIDIA's smart about it, they'll probably just end up selling whatever stock that they have and then, you know, waiting for that to deplete before going in and saddling up all their vendors and board partners with new boards. Because otherwise, I don't think they're going to sell the old boards. If they did, I mean, sure, they can get some good deals out of people, but, you know. Yeah, I don't really need to hold this at all. But let me get the corners in anyways. A little bit more on that one. See that nice volcano going up the side and down. Small circle tray. So this is just tip tinner. So focuses tip tinner. Mr. Simple 30, Miss Simple third, Mr. Simple, Mr. Simple. Okay, Mr. Simple makes more sense. 38. Thank you for the follow. Just tip tinner. Basically, it's just a sort of a flux and acid composite, and basically it just helps clear the tip of oxidation. That way, it's not oxidized, and you get better thermal transfer to the mediums that you're trying to solder. So the way soldering works, I guess I can't really zoom in since it's a prime lens, but basically you're holding the soldering iron on the two metal surfaces you want to join to heat them both up, and then you're pushing solder into it, the metal surfaces. And if you have oxidation on the tip of your soldering iron, it's going to be less efficient at heating everything up. Soldering's pretty easy. And I think it's a pretty good life skill to have, even if you don't really repair electronics, even if it's just for a hobby, just to sort of know how to do. Or at least I think it is. I might be a little bit biased. All right. Since I don't think I need to hold things together, this soldering process should be pretty quick and easy. You'll buy an iron soon? Nice. Yeah, if at any point you need help, hit me up in the Discord server. Usually I'm hanging out in the Keeps for All Discord server and whatever other things I'm on, so. Picked up on junior high soldering slot cars. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think I learned soldering for the first time in high school. Was sort of scared of it, the idea of having a hot soldering iron and whatever dull blunted tips that they had in the shop class. But yeah. Wait, that was junior high. Holy crap, that was junior high. Yeah, I was in the other building. That was junior high. I learned that in. Crazy. Time flies. But then after that, I learned more about soldering with like 610 and J standard courses and stuff like that. Not applying any of that knowledge right now. But soldering in theory, the science behind it is actually pretty interesting. Because you're heating up both sides and you're pushing solder into the joints, and it's basically melting from the heat from those two things to best wet and weld together. And because solder at this point is a liquid, it'll flow down into the hole and fill it up. And that's the reason why it should, if both surfaces are heated properly, have that nice volcano flow to it. And this is, of course, with rosin flux solder, rosin core solder. Otherwise, you'd have to prepare it with a little bit of rosin and then solder it. And then of course there's two types of soldering. You could do like heavy metal soldering and stuff like that for, say, joining pipes and stuff. And then electronic soldering is using different compounds. I think most people tend to go to leaded solder for enthusiast applications and purposes, but there's some pretty good unleaded solders too. So you don't have to sacrifice your health or anything like that. But for me, I actually like this quad eutectic that I picked up a while back. Weird story, because I never actually built the audio amplifier that I wanted to build, but yeah, I bought quad eutectic solder with silver in it, basically for audio, and then I just never used it because pandemic happened, keyboard happened, and I just sort of forgot. I think it was actually supply shortage is the reason why. Lead freeze harsher on the iron tip. It can be. I want to say though that current time formulations of unleaded solder has gotten to the point where I don't feel that is necessarily as big of a concern anymore, because you should still be able to clear and clean the tip of oxidation and excess solder. I guess should would be the operative word, but guess I'll just keep nerding out about soldering for a few minutes while I solder the rest of the board. So flux is pretty cool because it does also add a slight wetting component, and it also helps prevent the two surfaces you're trying to join from oxidizing, so you get a pretty good bond. And the reason why that's important is if you're trying to join two surfaces with an oxide layer, generally you're going to get a bad connection because that oxide layer is usually more fragile, rust or aluminum oxide or whatever other skins might form on it that have different electrical properties. It might actually be more of a resistor. And additionally, whenever you're using a flux solder, it's also going to help with the capillary action or the vacuum that's going on. So if you look at the thickness of a PCB being 1.6 millimeter thick for standard ones, and you're melting something onto it, on the surface, it's actually flowing down through that hole using capillary action from the heat differential as it's cooling. And that's also aided by the flux. So flux does a lot of interesting things. But it's also kind of a nasty material if you get it on yourself or you don't eat it or anything like that. It's pretty carcinogenic. Yeah, it's interesting. And then there's also different types of fluxes and solders as well. Like I said, if you're going to be joining, say, copper piping for plumbing, you're going to be using a different flux and solder. Probably a different wattage tip as well. But yeah, soldering is interesting. I don't know how many people are scared of doing it, but it's actually kind of hard to damage a PCB. You'd have to try. You either have to have a really inappropriate temperature, or I guess you could try gouging components, but I don't know. You'd have to actually try, I think, to damage most PCBs. Or if you tried to desolder something and were ripping at components rather than actually pulling things off and desoldering things the right way, I guess that could damage them too. But I don't know. People are worried about burning things or putting a hole in things. You just have to be able to be mindful that this metal part is hot. We will look in a few days at stock images of people soldering. Oh man. What temp do I use? So this is 350 with this quad eutectic. But typically speaking, you'll want to look at what you're soldering iron if it's actually accurate, and what your solder likes to melt at, because every solder is going to have a slightly different melting point. So this quad eutectic, because it has different components in it and is leaded, has a slightly lower melting point and will stay liquid in the liquid state for a little bit larger of a temperature gap. It has a pretty good wetting ability and solder ability. It has a pretty good joint. Haven't had to like redo anything. Look at those stock pics hit you up when you buy extras, you know. Anyways, what was I saying with the stock pictures? The stock pictures for soldering, if you just Google, you know, stock image soldering, you'll see people gripping the metal part, and it's like asking for a 3rd-degree burn. So don't follow the pictures. Come to think of it, not to call J Standard out, but I'm pretty sure one of their manuals early on had one of the very similar stock picture photos of some lady holding a soldering iron by the metal part on the front cover of the book. And at that point, when I saw that, I'm like, who would buy this book? But it was actually like an actual soldering manual for industry. So I'm assuming people just overlooked that. I don't know. This solder mask is pretty nice. It's keeping everything pretty well controlled, and also has the contact end of the PCB fairly easy to hit. Most PCBs nowadays are pretty good for solder ability. I don't really have issues. Whether it's a Heine board, a D-mouse board, a Mech 11 board, or even like Gels 88. Gels makes some pretty good boards too. It's all become fairly easy and standardized to get pretty easy soldering boards. All right, so a little bit more than halfway done. Hopefully I'm not sounding like I'm too much underwater. If Blue Causes 2 keeps bugging me about getting an RTX card to do RTX voice, I might have to do that at some point. It'll have to be a month where I know there's no keyboard sale that I want. I'll be honest though, I'm looking at not buying any more budget-oriented boards. I think the only one that I might buy might be Freebird, just to catch them all, so to speak, to complete that collection. So I do like Keeps for All as a concept. And then likely I'll end up giving that away to one of my personal friends in real life. Some people at work have asked me, hey, I should commission you to do one of these keyboard things. I honestly don't think they understand keyboards or what they want or what they might actually end up buying. So having some examples that I can just sort of hand out willy-nilly to some people that might be interested, rope them in the hobby, might be worth it. I mean, pretty much everyone I work with understands how to solder and electronics and stuff, so. Oh man, there's so many holes for LEDs. This board has so much LED holes. I actually recently bought some LED for another board. But I think the last board I put LEDs on was my wife's abomination that I made for her. Yeah, I kind of feel like putting LEDs everywhere, then clipping the legs and everything. Someday I'll get around to rebuilding my CMO TKL with plate foam. You just picked up a Tiger Light. Nice. Tiger Light's one of those things I thought about getting to, because I think that would be a fun keyboard to start out with and then show friends, especially people that have heard PE foam and like that sort of sound signature. So I think that's one of the things that almost got one of my friends in the hobby with the GMK Pro of all things. A terrible keyboard, don't buy it, but with a little bit of PE foam and a lot more better gaskets, D65 gaskets actually, and a whole bunch of other things done to it, it sounded all right, but it felt like I was stepping on a brick. So I hated that thing. Well, I won these PBT fans neon keycaps, and they're just going to look amazing. Honestly, just that was the deciding factor. Cool. Let me know, because I keep hearing everyone praising PBT fans, or PBT fans keycaps. I haven't actually went out and bought those yet. At the very beginning of the stream, I was showing some Milky Way keycaps. I got the Demon Girl Milky Way Group Buy keycaps in recently, which were frankly kind of scuffed and sad. Bro bought me a GMK Pro, not bad with some mods. Yeah, you can do lots of good stuff with the sound on it, but I do feel that unless you're willing to not screw in everything all the way, it has a limited capacity and is a little bit too compressed. If you switch out gaskets on it and do tape or other foam mods to it, yeah. Spacers between the top and bottom foam. I don't know. Sounds interesting, and if you like it, that's awesome. Extremely sad about that. You paid extra price. It's about $180 for them. Oh man. Well, you could pull a scumbag move blue and put them up on KFA Marketplace and just not take pictures of the scuffed keycaps and just mention somewhere in there about them in the description. Actually, don't do that. You'd encourage people from scamming other people. So, a little story behind that. On KFA Marketplace, someone had posted some perestroika with a very scuffed looking Y, like it was mismatched, or I don't even know what happened to it. But they had sold it, someone bought it, and of course they complained, because they should, you know? Yeah. And, you know, if you're going to sell something, Mech Market, Keeps for All Marketplace, or private sale, you know, don't do someone dirty by giving them stuff that's really scuffed or really messed up without making sure you, like, circle it and tell them first. You took a picture but didn't add it in the description. That was odd. And honestly, I sort of get the feeling a lot of people probably end up buying from their phone. Are they really going to zoom in? Are they really going to see it? I have to ask that question. I don't think people will look for it. They're going to assume that people, if they say 4 out of 5, mean 4 out of 5, not like 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5 scuffed versions. There was a guy who straight up bought from the shop app. Yeah. That guy was also wondering why free shipping didn't happen. Why that wasn't a thing. It's because you bought in the shop app, and we have no clue what the guy even bought. I don't even think he mentioned what he bought. Probably for the best. And hopefully no one bought that key cult that was like 4 times the price. Alright, gonna take a quick look at my soldering work here. A little bit of harsh light, so I need to keep turning it on side to side. Looking to make sure that everything has a nice volcano look. That I didn't miss any switches. He bought Zaku's and was like complaining about why they haven't shipped yet. Ships in 12 hours. Yeah, I don't know about that ships in 12 hours thing. I couldn't find that anywhere. I really wasn't looking though, but I think you made that part up. Alright, let me turn the fan off. Let me take myself out from being underwater. Nope, that's not the right app. Crisp, where are you hiding? In the bottom corner. Crisp is turned off. I should sound like a normal human being. Should. Okay. This is still on. Let me not burn the living crap out of myself. Sound is still good still? Nice. Hopefully it is. Alright. Via. When I plug this in, it should work. RGB happening. And I can now click over. Cool. Why is it on layer 1? Never mind that. Key tester. Okay, win keyless, so don't have to worry about those 2 switches. Whew, much better. And that can go away. I guess let me reheat this up and I will retin the tip a little bit and then put this away. The resting temperature is 200, it's already up at 350. Honestly, I really like this 951 soldering iron. That being said, I think the TS100 that I had was the thing that really made me look at this more expensive FX 951 soldering iron. Because otherwise I would not have really looked at the ceramic tipped soldering irons for this application, because they heat up so quick. Alright, let me clear things up a little bit. I'll just leave that stuff there. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't show this off on stream, but got a new mouse in recently. See if I can hold it so you can read it. Starlight. This is the 10s, or Starlight Pro, Starlight 10s. I don't know what to call it. Yes, fancy mouse. I wish I had time to play games. By Rolco of some friends. Oh, yeah. Honestly, they're fine. So many complaints. What are people even complaining about? I'll be honest, I haven't really played any games to even test it. First thing I always do whenever I get a final mouse is look for their firmware, flash the firmware, and then in about a month's time I will look for new firmware and then reflash the firmware. Because that's how final mouse roll. QC issue. Huh. I don't know. I haven't seen a QC issue with this mouse yet. So I know the only thing that I was really aware of was the middle mouse button would sometimes be deviating, or the rubber strip might be separated partially to a side. Yes, this is alcohol dispenser, little PE foam wipes, just to try to get the extra flux off the back of a board. Let me even get a paper towel, so my cleanup gets even easier later. Non-textured scroll wheel? I don't think that's a bug. Mouse one trigger while clicking onto the shell. I don't have that issue. I'm not testing it rigorously, but it still has like the magnesium frame housing, so I don't anticipate that as being something that I'll encounter. Maybe if I gave it to my 5-year-old, she might squeeze it hard enough that it might explode, but I think that's about all I have to worry about. If she gets a hold of it, good luck and rip to that mouse. Image link. Hold on. This one, this guy's complaining about an uneven bottom. Show it in the via window here. I don't have that issue. But the area that he's looking at would be right here where the Final Mouse logo and embossing is. This is in. If that is pushed out, that would probably mean that there was some damage near where the battery housing was. So that looks like very unlucky. That looks like an actual complaint, like someone had drop kicked it across the warehouse at UPS or something. I don't know. Not blaming anyone that works for UPS, but you see some of the worst videos either be UPS or FedEx. DHL, I haven't seen... Well, I'm sure there's terrible videos for every shipping company, but yeah. Unfortunately, because you guys are the biggest, you probably have the most complaints. Add comparison to album so it makes more sense. Okay. Alright, I'll refresh it here in a second. And this album? I'll check in a bit. Didn't see a change. Ishtar sticker on the top right. So this was an extra from the Archer sale that happened recently. I didn't get an Archer, but I got one of these because yeah, Stomu makes some nice stuff. It's a metal card. Looks nice. It's a little desk ornament. I have the Snowmo sticker there too. How much was that? I think it was like $20. It was pretty cheap because it was an extra. And I think he just wanted to get this weeb shit out of here, as Snowmo said. I don't know. Hang on his Discord. Sometimes he puts some random stuff up. Might have cop one depending on the price. Yeah. Some of the prices, like, you know the price of you know the price of some of the stuff. If you ever want to see someone with way too much money, you look at someone that buys a Saber TKL or buys the Archer. I shouldn't say too much money. Someone that has, that you aspire to sort of meet them at. Because, I mean, do you really want to spend close to $3,000 for... Yeah, well, anyways. Some people will say yeah, but... I shouldn't be one to judge. But even for me, I'm like, yeah, that seems hard to justify. I guess if you're really a fan of, like, Fate, yeah. I don't know. The boards do look very intricate, very detailed, very nice. But even then, I think I'd be afraid to, like, put a scratch on it. I'd be afraid of a lot of things with those boards. Especially since I have young kids. I gave them some acrylic boards, and the 5-year-old wants to step and stand on one as if it's a small stepping stool, so not giving her another one until she actually shows some interest in typing. And my 1.5-year-old recently has seen me come home from work, walked over, picked up whatever carrying case I had for the day, and then attempt to get into the carrying case to get to the keyboard to make the typing noises. Just like, okay, this kid gets it. I have to wait for that one to get a little bit older. I don't really care for Fate, but they look very, very nice. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's enhanced if you're a fan of Fate. If you play Fate Go, if you're really part of that side of the community. Learning? That's a lifelong learning process. There's too much Fate. I thought it was funny because if anyone watches Trash Taste, recently they've been doing more and more memeing with their dark timeline and the alternate timelines. And the only person that really seemed comfortable with looking at it and understanding it was Gart because of his love for Fate. He looked at that and said, yes, this makes perfect sense now. Fate Go player 5K is nothing to you? I suppose, but would you rather be rolling on to get your next waifu, or would you spend money buying a keyboard commemorating it? I think that would be the conundrum for a lot of Fate Go players. Again, I'm not really one to talk. I used to play a little bit of Genshin Impact, and I still play Arknights, but I don't know. I'm squarely just sort of playing for fun, beating content because easy. So, Fate Go Gacha is wild. I don't think it's quite as unfair as what people say. I think that's just variance within gacha to begin with. If it was that unfair, I don't think it would have as many... Well, I shouldn't say that. They don't even have a pity system. So you have a pity system to get the servant that you want, I believe, but it's for whatever's on the banner. And because they have multiple on a banner that you could get, it's not guaranteed which one you'll get when you pull a lot. And I think that's probably the biggest criticism that, if I recall, people had. I could be wrong. I don't play that game. But it's gacha, and people have their own money as long as they're being responsible adults and still paying their rent or mortgages, car notes, child payments, stuffs, food. You're probably okay. If you don't do that stuff and you're still an adult playing that game, maybe you should get a little bit of help. It's difficult, but getting help probably is better. Because if you're that deep in the gacha issues, I mean, how can you buy any keyboards? Almost done cleaning up this board. Then we'll see if I got the bottom row correct for placement. I think it's correct, but I'm never actually sure. I'm terrible at remembering things like this. Alright, close enough. Close it up. Plug it in one more time just to be sure. Alright, it lights up. Good enough. Let me wash my hands because leaded solder. I'll be right back. I have returned. Alright, let me drink some tea. What is with my white balance on this face cam? What is with the ISO on my main desk cam? I should do a better job of streaming someday. Let me move stuff out of the way. And we'll assemble the board. So we have this. This fits right there. Then we have the top piece. Sandwich mount. Okay. Almost to the tasty sound test. So I think I want to put that screw in last because that one was a little bit jacked up. Screws are so long. Okay. I guess I'll try this slightly stripped scuffed screw. Which one was it? Oh well. Guess I'll find out. That's definitely stopping for where it should. Is that going to affect anything? Guess we'll find out. Okay, so the desk mat, if you're familiar with what this is, sort of shows what keycaps I intend to put on it. GMK Taegeukgi. Not that I even speak Korean. I just think it's neat looking keycaps, right? I figure the Korean keycaps for the very Korean TKL. Why not? Where's the hole? There's the hole. Okay. These screws seem unnecessarily long. What does it say about keycaps? Oh, just said what keycaps I'm planning on using. If you missed it, you'll see it in a few seconds. Whenever I'm done screwing all these long screws in. Speaking of screwdriver, one thing that I guess I sort of impulse bought, screwdriver wise, sounds weird to say, but I was curious about a fancy electric screwdriver. I have one, I never use it, but I decided to get the Linus Tech Tip screwdriver just to buy it, just to try it out, just to say I have it. Oh man, there's so much crap on this black desk mat. I have to clean this up before I do a YouTube typing test. Anyways, his iFixit thing? No, they actually made like a branded Linus Tech Tip screwdriver. So, where did I put my keycap set? That's how you. That's gonna wait for next year probably. Yeah, I think there was a manufacturer problem. I think they just did a video explaining some of the issues, and it came up for sale actually. So you could buy the pre-order, and I think they're doing in group similar to what they did with the backpack. So. Yo, looking for my keycap sets. Forgot I had Dolch sitting down there. I don't even know what I want to put that on. But today we're doing GMK Taegeukgi for the very Korean keyboard. If you're not familiar, Lin makes the Dolphin. And it's part of Linworks. So, opening up this, and promptly going to throw away the potato sleeve. Alright, so this is the colors of a lot of different flags, but namely in this case the Korean flag. And this is going to be a sandwich mount sounding board. I like it when things are not in bags or the small little storage container boxes that I have. Everything is so much faster to put on a keyboard. I don't have to hunt and find keycaps. This red looks really nice. I'll be honest, the other red keycap set that I was looking at on the Keeps for All marketplace recently was the Red Devils that was recently up there. That had caught my eye. I decided not to buy it because I have enough keycap sets, but I also don't know what I put it on. At this point though, I originally was planning on putting GMK Red Alert onto a CW88 in wine, but I'm not even sure when Red Alert's going to be done. And I think CW88 is actually tracking to make completion, so if there's anything decent, it's on Discord for cheaper. Yeah, probably, because of the whole shipping arrangement and things like that, right? Same guy lists on for cheap. Yeah, I could imagine that. But me personally, I don't really want to buy much stuff aftermarket. This might just be me talking and trying to convince myself to do more group buy stuff, but honestly, I kind of don't feel like doing aftermarket for the most part. I think if I know someone and they tell me everything about what it is that they're looking to offload, that might be one thing, but personally for me, I generally abstain from the aftermarket. even if it's not at flip prices. Some things might be like too good of a deal and I might jump on something like that, but yeah. Same here, try to avoid stuff. The choice of that H60, that H60 was such an insane price. So Blue Causes 2 recently was offered an H60 at like $70. That was mil-maxed. That's kind of unheard of. Usually I expect those to be a little bit over $100, so I think you got a deal. Does this set not have step caps? Am I dumb? No, it does, okay. Yeah, well, let's see what condition it comes in. If it's totally scuffed and bad, I mean, sorry. 102 trades on Mech Market. Yeah, should be okay. Usually by that point, you know, most people are reasonable and want to do the right thing, so they don't get slammed. Do we have keys with bars? Yes, thank you. If we did not have barred keys, I would probably cry. I am a home row typist. That's all I know. I'm even a bad typist at that, so. Had the guy send me a video of him testing the PCB on VIA and everything seemed to check out. Nice. Yeah, if someone's going to go to that link to make sure you're comfortable with the sale, I mean, usually that's a really good sign. Gonna have to listen to these stabs when I take my headphones off before I switch over the mic, because without having heard them before, they might need a little bit more XHT BDZ with the plugging of the butt method. Yeah, these are barred. I'll hold up to the camera in a second. The lighting. I need to adjust my exposure. I guess you can sort of see him if I go like this. Yeah, a little bit. You can see like the slightly whiter bump there. But yeah, I guess from this it just looks totally flat because my exposure settings, I guess, are dead ass wrong. Oops. Someday I'll get actually good at streaming and taking pictures of stuff. Probably not. More concerned about building the keyboard, if I'm being honest. I'm just having fun doing it. Alts. Super? Do I want to put super there? Nah. Let me take a quick look at how the spacebar. The spacebar's pretty flat. Nice. Lucked out. Usually spacebars after I'm done with the stream get a little bit of a hot water bath, but this one seemed fine. Alright. Print, scroll, pause. Insert. Home page up. Do they have alternate colors for these? I wonder. No. Well, no. Delete. And page down. Alright. The rest of these keycaps will go in a storage container for later use if I ever should put this on another board. And then the GMK tray itself will just basically be stacked up for garbage. Oh, it's disgusting. It crapped everywhere. Oh man. I'm gonna need to use packing tape to clean up this crap on my desk mat. Feels bad. Alright, let me at least listen to stabs real quick. That needs a little bit more. Keycap puller, get in there. Do your thing, come on. Is that tight? XHT BDZ to plug the butt just a little bit. Flip it so I can see what I'm doing. A little bit of 18 gauge syringe action with the XHT BDZ going into the back of these TX stabilizers. There's a little bit of something I heard. Better. All right. Let me get set up for a typing test. Let me get another microphone boomed over here. And then I will do a typing test. And I feel slow tonight since I spent so much time working on the firmware. I guess I'll plug it in so we can see the nice light show. Because I think it does look pretty. Okay. Where's my monkey touch screen? Where's my wrist rest? I'm an old person, I need a wrist rest. Alright. Let me stop the music. apologies. You're not going to be able to see what I'm typing because I am terrible at this and haven't configured screen capture for monkey type because lazy. Mouse clicks, keyboard level, MX Black's aluminum plate, GMK, and 2021 polycarbonate Dolphin. Mods real quick. I almost think this spacebar hits too hard. In fact, I think I might actually end up changing out to a Cherry MX Black from this. Right now it's a black cherry pie. I don't know. It sounds like it's doing too much different to the rest of the keys, but let me do another one. Mouse clicks again, keyboard level. Everyone knows what a mouse sounds like, I hope. Okay, that's about all the concentration I have for typing for tonight. Too much on that spacebar. It hits too hard. I could either try changing out the stem from an NK cream stem to something else, but I think if I just end up swapping it, doing a spring swap for one of the regular springs I have, I think it would actually probably sound better. I'll have to do that before I do a sound test, if I remember. But I guess I'll do this for a day at work, just because. Cherry MX Scratch, yes, it is. It is Cherry MX Scratch all the way for this. It is Cherry MX Blacks, Hyperglides, Spring Swap, TX Films, lube with Tribosis 3203. So hear that white noise scratch. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I find it pretty pleasing. And yeah, let me plug it back in so I get to look at the pretty RGB. And I think that's about it for me for tonight. I need to get to bed and go to work tomorrow. Anyone have any recommendations for a keyboard streamer that they'd like to put forward? I would like to raid someone else and pass on the torch since I was raided myself. Let's see. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for the stream. Yes, you're more than welcome. Who else is doing keyboards this time of night? If anyone has any recommendation, Tim Keelis, is he on? He is on, okay. Alright, let me do a quick raid. Alright, going to be passing you guys over to Tim Keelis. Thank you for joining me. I try to stream once a week, whatever random keyboard I happen to be building that week. If I get the Tomo in next week, I will build my Tomo next week. I'm planning on using a Franken switch for that, which will be interesting. If not, I will build one of the other keyboards I have in reserve, either the Bubble 75 or the Ginkgo 65 or something. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Doc Thumbs, subscribe for 1 month. Tier 1. Thank you very much. Thanks for your subscription. I'll have to make sure I actually stream then. But I'm passing off to Tim Keelis now. Thank you, and everyone have a good night. Be safe out there.
Like a few of the boss quests where I have to just kill off the boss, but those are fairly easy. I just need to dedicate a day to raid out by myself. But I